All right, let's just jump right in. Look, the whole idea of what it takes to become a millionaire, it's changing, and it's changing fast. I want you to forget everything you've ever heard about climbing that old corporate ladder, because today we're going to break down a totally new blueprint for building wealth. It's quieter, it's way smarter, and it's happening as we speak.
So you've got two paths here, right? On one side, you have the old way, that grueling 40-year climb up the corporate ladder. You know the one. But on the other side, that's the new way. This is the agile, totally independent solopreneur who's building serious wealth, but they're doing it completely on their own terms.
And you know what? Let's not beat around the bush here. That old way, it's not just a little outdated, it is officially broken. That promise that if you just work hard enough in your little cubicle, you'll eventually achieve financial freedom, for millions of people, that promise is just gone. So let's start with the problem, right? The broken corporate ladder. And we gotta ask, why is that traditional 40-year plan failing so many people? The truth is, that ladder just isn't the safe bet it used to be. The stability? Poof, gone. And the rewards for climbing it? They just keep getting smaller. But okay, enough about the problem. Let's talk about the solution, because this is the really exciting part. We're talking about the new quiet millionaires. This is a smarter way to build wealth in 2026. These are people who are building massive wealth, but they're doing it without the fancy corner office, without the huge teams. It's a completely different game.
So what's the secret sauce for this new solopreneur model? It's simple, really. You don't need 100 employees. Instead, you have 100 automations. See, they don't scale by hiring an army of people. No, they scale by building smart systems. They use tech to create a business that serves them, not the other way around.
And this is what it looks like in practice. We're literally talking about people earning millions while they're working from a coffee shop or a beach or wherever. But here's the key. This incredible freedom, it's not magic. It's built on a very specific set of modern, high-value skills.
All right, so let's get to the good stuff. We're diving into the 3 high-value digital skills. This is your blueprint for building that quiet wealth we've been talking about. Think of these as the 3 main pillars you can build your future on.
Okay, skill number 1, AI workflow engineering. Now, don't let the name scare you. This has nothing to do with being some genius coder. It's about being an architect. You find a business process that's slow, manual, and clunky, think lead generation or customer onboarding, and you use simple, no-code AI tools to build a slick, automated system that does it all for them. So why does this create millionaires? It's pretty straightforward. You're not just saving a company a few hours here and there. You are literally replacing the work of, say, 3 full-time employees. When you can build a system that does the job of multiple people for a tiny fraction of the cost, well, that makes you incredibly valuable.
And here's how the cash flow model works, and this part is crucial. You're not a freelancer trading hours for dollars. No way. You're a high-value consultant. That means you charge a big success fee up front for building the system. Then you bill a nice monthly retainer to manage and maintain it. See the difference? You're a strategic partner, not just a hired hand.
All right, moving on to skill number 2. This is called niche community architecture. Think about it. We're getting flooded with AI-generated content everywhere. What are people starting to crave more than anything? Real, genuine, human connection. This skill is all about building a private digital neighborhood, a safe, valuable space online where people with a shared interest can come together. And the math on this, it's just wild. We're talking about $600,000 a year. And get this, you don't need 1 million followers to do it. All you need is maybe 500 people. Just 500 true fans who are willing to pay something like $100 a month for the amazing value and connection you provide. Do the math. It's insane, and it's all recurring revenue. This right here is the ultimate quiet wealth asset. You don't have to be famous. You don't need to be a big influencer chasing viral hits. You just need to be incredibly valuable to a small, dedicated group of people. That's it. Okay, our third and final skill, fractional digital operations. Now, what does that mean? Basically, imagine you're a super high-level expert at something, like you're a chief marketing officer or a head of data analysis. Instead of taking a full-time job at one company, you offer that same top-tier brainpower to, say, 4 or 5 companies at the same time. And again, let's look at the numbers. $20,000 a month. How? Well, if you have just 5 companies paying you $4,000 a month for your strategic input, that's 20 grand right there. You're giving them incredible value without having to work a soul-crushing 60-hour week for a single boss. This is all about a huge mindset shift. You have to realize you are selling your brain, not your time. And what's really powerful is that your income is way more diversified and secure. Think about it. If you have one boss and you get laid off, you're at zero. If you have 5 clients and you lose one, well, it stings, but you're still in business.
So let's just recap real quick. We've got 3 main archetypes. There's the builder, who's all about AI workflow engineering, getting paid with success fees and retainers. Then you've got the connector, who masters niche community architecture and earns through recurring memberships. And finally, the strategist, who uses fractional digital operations to secure multiple client contracts. Which one are you?
Okay, so at this point, you're probably thinking, this all sounds amazing, but how do I actually start? Great question. So let's get into your modern wealth blueprint. We're going to give you a super simple strategy to get the ball rolling.
But before we lay out the plan, I want you to ask yourself a really important question. Seriously, think about it. Which path is for you? The builder, the connector, the strategist? Which one just clicks?
So here it is, the Menatrix digital wealth strategy. It's just 3 steps. It's almost deceptively simple. Number 1, pick one. Number 2, build proof of work. And number 3, price for the problem. That's it. Let's break them down.
Okay, step 1. Pick one. I really want to hammer this home. Do not try to do all 3 at once. That's a recipe for failure. The key here is to go deep, not wide. Figure out if you're a builder with AI, a connector with a community, or a strategist doing fractional work. Just pick the one that feels right. Next up, step 2. Build proof of work. In this new world, your resume is basically worthless. Nobody cares. What they care about is proof. So you need to show them what you can do. Build a little demo. Create a small case study. Don't just tell people you're good, prove it.
And finally, we get to the most important mental shift of all. You have to stop thinking in hours. Just erase that from your brain. Start thinking, how much is this headache worth to the client? When you price based on the value of the problem you're solving, not the time it takes you to solve it, that's when everything changes. So that's what we'll leave you with. Which of these 3 paths sounds like the best fit for you? The builder, the connector, or the strategist? Look, the old rules are gone. These are the new paths to creating real wealth. The only question left is, which one are you going to choose?